YouTube, what's up? Yeah, I know I got a death box in my hand, but it's just a crutch for people that need crutches. Just communicating with the others. Anyway, I was just gonna get right into this video and talk about something unrelated to the title real quick. I've been on the move for a minute, kind of moving against the universe a little here. A lot of strife been thrown my way. It's all right. I'm getting through it. Like with anything, I'm always getting through it. And I just wanted to say in the beginning of the video, all right, if anything ever were to happen, to this body here, just know that it was some strife that had been, somebody's been trying to throw that will at me for a while now, and I've been battling that. But I just want to say it for the record right now that I don't want no autopsy for this body, and probably should cremate it. Probably should cremate this body if it ever came down to it. But right now I'm in Florida anyway, and just about to get into this video right here, about to raise the awareness a little bit. Hope y'all ready for this one. It's pretty simple. Just talking about the self and when the self is trying to tell you things. I was already talking about numerology before, like you see certain numbers along your path, and every day, because every day is a life. You reincarnate every single morning or whenever you wake up. Whenever you come back into this body, you're reincarnating. You're re-entering the flesh. So really what I'm trying to say with this video is that when you see a certain number or certain words, it's there for you to learn something or see something. You might ask yourself something, and then shortly thereafter your eyes get tuned into something, whether it's the license plate on a truck in front of you or a word, and then you got to know, like, each letter it has a number that goes with it. So A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, and so on, throughout the alphabet, and G is 7, etc. So when you know that, then you can decipher a lot of things, and you can know when it's an answer, or sometimes you can know when it's not for you, when to go a different way down the path, or if the numbers aren't for you. You might see something on the street, and sometimes you have to add it up. You might get a 4 out of a word, and then you might see another number or whatever, and it adds up to not being a significant number that you might have been seeing. So like, okay, boom, that message isn't for me. Because again, we share the same self, and each body might as well be like a filter. Like, this is like a cancer filter. Like, it's God coming through this vessel, and it's filtered through that cancer expression, and everything manifests through that star, through that filter. So basically, when you say you're walking down the street, you see some graffiti, and it grabs you real quick, and you see it, and you're like, man, you just asked yourself something, or you got a dilemma going on, or sometimes yourself will tell you a joke, man. They got a sense of humor, honestly. I mean, it's many a times where I just been bursting out laughing because what the self has told me, what the self has been trying to show me, and that just really comes with being more comfortable with yourself. And really, if you see a certain thing, or certain numbers keep getting popped up, or say you think a word and then it comes on the radio, or you see something and then somebody says it, that same word, or if you were thinking about something, like you're like, oh my God, I wonder if my chick is pregnant or something, and then some female walks in the line next to you and she's just like, I think I'm pregnant. You know what I mean? Like, there's no coincidences. That's all I'm really trying to say. And it's a pulse of the universe, the heartbeat of the universe, or some people would like to say the breath of the universe. Like, you breathe through the universe and it breathes through you, because you are the universe. Just expressing yourself, you are God, expressing yourself in different ways and interacting with other forms of God. And and sometimes parasites, but God is always aware. Even in the killer, even in the murderer, the rapist, God is aware. You just have to resurrect the God in them. And that's why the correctional, what do they call it? The prison industrial complex. That's why it's failing. And it's failing on purpose, because they know they're not rehabilitating anybody, because it's just for slave labor. But that's besides the issue. All I'm saying is that you might see something walking down the street, and it might, it's there for a reason, and you just need to, pick up on it. And as your awareness raises, and as you see certain things, you'll know that certain messages are for you, certain messages are for other people, and that you don't want to overthink life. You'll know when the number is for you if you know yourself. You'll know like if this word is for you or if a certain thing is being said for you, because you just know. I mean, especially if you know yourself. If you don't know yourself, you just really just need to probably spend some time alone, technically alone. There is no separation. There might be some distance, but there is no separation between you and I or anything right now. Again, we're in the high seas, the upper waters, because there's moisture in the air. We are in water now, and you don't know how high the sky is. There is no ending to it. So we are in space, like I've been saying, and you just need to know that. You just need to know yourself. And if you do, if you do have a passenger or a parasite, you need to just identify that as well. And then once you have identified that, then when something else is driving you, and when it comes to the pulse of the universe, you'll be able to feel it in everything. You'll be able to feel it in every breath. So you might see the clock, like at 3 o'clock or 3:01, right? Say your number is 4, right? You'll look at the clock and it's 3:01, but to you just look at it like it's 3:01 when you're not aware. Then you look at the clock again and it might be 2:02, but you look at it just like it's 2:02, but really it's just been 4 the whole time. And every time you are aware of the pulse, you're supposed to breathe. That's when you're supposed to be breathing deep. That's why I say that when it comes to the shallow breaths, when you're breathing more than 18 times a minute or 18 or more, you're focusing on the beast, the animated part of you, the not self. So if you know the patterns and you see the numbers and you know like, oh man, it's if your number is 7 and it's 223 and you're like, okay, 223, that's 7, breathe deep. Yourself is telling the body like it's time to breathe, because that's what you're living off of more so than the water and the food that you rape your body with, most people. So that's what you need to know, that there's a pulse there. And everybody is on their own pulse or whatever, but it's all connected. And you just have your pattern, and people just align numbers with the pattern. And there's just an easy way to identify the pattern and know when to breathe. So that's kind of how we're really supposed to be living by each breath. If you breathe shallow breaths, you'll just be focused on the body. If you're getting deep breaths, you'll be more calm. Your temperature will be able, your temperament will be able to be balanced. Everything will be more balanced, and you won't get emotional. And you'll be able to control your life more, and you'll be able to see things more clear because you won't be flustered if your body is oxygenated. If it's low oxygen, then you're just going to run into problems. Just seeing how much time I got left. Okay. All right. Anyway, when it comes to that pulse, just know your numbers, your gematria or whatever. Just know what's significant to you. Your name is a number. Everything is a number. It's all just related to a pattern. The pulse of the universe. You just need to know yourself, and which messages are for you, and when they're for somebody else, and when to ignore it, and when to just live and not think too. But sometimes the messages are there, and you just if you can pick up on it, if you're aware, it'll just guide you a lot more in this life. So that's really all I was trying to say. That the pulse of the universe is real, and that you're living breath to breath. That's what's keeping us alive. If you stop breathing, you're done. If you stop drinking water, you're not. If you train the body to feed off other energies, you're not done. If you stop eating food and you're just drinking water, people have lived for days and weeks and so on and so forth. But I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, whatever. Just, that's the truth. You can deny it if you want. You'll see it now that I've raised your awareness, and you can, you see the pulse of the universe, and you'll know, like, man, I just saw that on a billboard, then my mom said that, and then it was on the radio, and then that's just part of the pulse of the universe, man. And you just need to know, like, it's time to breathe, man. It's time to live, really. And then you'll know, like, there is only a now moment. It's only now. There is no tomorrow. There's only a now. And once you know that, then you know that, you can't die. You just change form. That's really about it. And, nothing ever really dies. So once you know the pulse of the universe, you can really just begin to breathe deep and resurrect that God in you. It's just going to get easier and easier to resurrect the God in you. And the awareness level will raise to a point where, you'll be able to see the small things in life and enjoy the small things in life. But, it's a gradual process to that for some people. Some people like me, I'm more extreme as a Cancer. it was a little easier for me to do certain things, but you know, it's a little more difficult too, being extreme. Everything is still the same, you know, it's still in a balance for everybody. So I still had my hiccups and things along the way. And as far as diet goes right now, I might eat like 2 to 3 times a week, and everything else is liquid. So, you know, if anybody else wanted to know that, you know, everything's, you know, just water, green juices and smoothies. And if I do eat anything, it'd be socially. I have like a salad with my sister. Like I'm in Florida now, you know, me and my sister out here in Florida. So I'll have a salad with her. I'm at like my girl Lachelle's house right now. She a good friend of mine, and you know, shout out to her. You know, shout out to Detroit. My cousin Manzi from Detroit, he out here too. You know, that's really about it. Love y'all. You know, I hope, you know, you'll see the pulse and the heartbeat, the breath of the universe. You know, I think y'all see it now, and that's all I gotta say. Love y'all.